Hello everyone. So tonight I'm going to be making some burgers with Brussels sprouts. Nothing crazy, but I am going to be making my own buns. So I wanted to make a video on how I'm going to do that. I'll incorporate everything together, like with the burger and the Brussels sprouts and stuff, in case you want to see that. But this video is mostly for the homemade buns that I'm going to be making. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So first we're going to start with half a cup of water, and to that we are going to add half a cup of milk, and then we are going to heat this up in the microwave until it's lukewarm, about like 95 degrees. We'll test that here in a second. Okay, there we go. Got it a little bit higher, but that's fine. Next we are going to add 2.5 teaspoons of instant yeast to this, and mix it up. And then we're going to let this stand for about 10 minutes. While we wait on that, we are going to add 3.5 cups of bread flour to our stand mixer bowl. Then 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt. Then we're going to whisk all of this together and then pop it onto our stand mixer. We are going to put on our bread hook attachment. Okay, once our yeast mixture is done resting, we're going to go ahead and turn this up to low. And we're going to add in 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, our yeast mixture, and then 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk. And we're going to let this mix until our dough forms, scraping down the sides as needed. Alright, and once our dough is formed, we're going to lightly flour a work surface. So I've got the counter here floured. We're going to take out this dough ball and we're going to form it into a ball on the counter, and I'll show you how that's going to look here in a second. So we're going to take this, get some flour on there, and we're just going to roll it into a ball. And the best way to do that is you're going to flip it upside down. You're going to take corners like this, stretch them, and fold them back in on themselves like that. Kind of like that. And then we're going to flip it here. And then while keeping our hands on the work surface, we're just going to turn it like this. And just kind of pull it back. Rotate it, pull, rotate it, pull, rotate it, pull, and just kind of rotate it just like that until you get a nice taut ball just like that. And then, just, make sure it's good. Okay, so next we're going to take a large bowl, and I've got this non-stick spray. We're just going to spray down the bowl so that way the dough doesn't stick. We're going to take this, pop it down into the bowl. We're going to cover this with plastic wrap and let it rest for 1 hour. Okay, so it's been an hour. As you can see, our ball got a lot bigger. So next what we're going to do is first we're going to punch this and degas it. And then we're going to put it out onto a work surface. And we're going to separate it into 6 even pieces. Before we start separating this, we're actually going to preheat our oven to 375. And I've also got a baking sheet here lined with some parchment paper that I sprayed with some of our non-stick cooking spray. And so we're going to put the dough on here once we've separated it into the pieces. Now that our dough is separated, we're actually going to form these into little balls, and we're going to do it the same way that we did the large one, by taking these pieces, folding them in. Once they're folded in, we're going to flip it, rotate it, pull down, rotate, pull down, rotate, pull down, until we get 6 taut balls. Okay, so I've got our 6 pieces formed into balls. Obviously they're not all the same size because I don't know what divide evenly means, but it's fine. They'll still come out good. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Next, while the oven preheats, I'm going to cover this in plastic wrap and let it rest for 30 minutes. Okay, so we've got about 3 minutes left on proofing these. So while those finish up, we're going to make an egg wash to brush the buns with before they go into the oven. So in a bowl, we added an egg with a little bit of water, and then using a fork, we just combined everything, and we've got our little brush here. So our buns are ready to get their egg wash and head into the oven. Okay, so now our buns are headed into the oven for 15 minutes. Okay, once there's about a minute left on our buns, you're gonna wanna melt some butter and have another brush ready, because as soon as these come out of the oven, you're gonna wanna give them a brushing with our melted butter. So there we go, our buns are out of the oven. Now we're just going to brush them with our melted butter. And there we go, our buns are done. We're just gonna set these aside. And now we are going to start working on our Brussels sprouts. Okay, now for our Brussels sprouts, I got about a pound of them. What you're going to do is take them, you're going to cut off the bottom here, and then cut this in half. Just like this. And you're going to do that with the remainder of them, and then put them into a large bowl. Okay, so we've got our Brussels sprouts all cut up and placed in a bowl here. So next we are going to add to these 4 tablespoons of olive oil, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs, and then 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. I couldn't find specifically Parmesan at Whole Foods, so just got this Italian blend. Got Parmesan in it, so it'll be fine. Just 1/4 of a cup of this, and then you're gonna toss everything to combine. Okay, so we've got our oven preheating at 400. Our Brussels sprouts are tossed in the seasoning and olive oil and all that stuff. Now we're gonna move these to a foil-lined baking sheet. While we wait for our oven to preheat, I'm also gonna be making some onions and garlic for our burgers. So just got half an onion here. I'm gonna chop this up. A few cloves of garlic, I'm gonna chop that up. I'm gonna saute the onions, grill them up for the burger, and the garlic, I'm gonna just chop that up and just get some nice toasted garlic for our burger. I won't go into making those. I mean, you guys get it, you know, just make it with olive oil, salt, pepper, you know, season your stuff, and you're good to go. I'm also gonna be making some bacon. I got this jalapeno thick cut bacon at the store. We're gonna try this out for the burgers. But yeah, so I'll be cooking that stuff up while the Brussels sprouts go in. All right, so we got our onions and garlic all chopped up, and our oven is preheated. So now the Brussels sprouts are gonna go in for 40 minutes, but we are gonna flip them halfway through at 20 minutes, just to make sure both sides get cooked evenly. And while those cook, like I said, I'm gonna cook up the onion, the garlic, the bacon, and our burger patties. I won't go into filming that because, you know, obviously it's all just self-explanatory stuff, but I will see you back here once everything's done. All right, it's just a little update midway through cooking. I got the Brussels sprouts in the oven still. I did flip them halfway through. We have our bacon that's done cooking, our grilled onions, and our toasted garlic. Just keeping that warm there. Once these burgers are done, we are going to toast our buns that we made fresh earlier. So over here, oh hi Wally. Hello. So over here we have our buns that are buttered on the inside, so that way we can toast them. This one has mayo. You can toast it in mayo if you'd like. Larry's a little sicko, so she likes mayo. And if you're disgusting like that, then yeah, go ahead and you can do it that way too. Once the burgers are done, in this pan we're gonna toast those buns, and then in this pan we've actually got a cover here. So what we're gonna do is take our burgers, put a slice of cheddar cheese on there, and then we're actually gonna put the top on, and on low, just cook it for a minute or two, and that'll help get the cheese nice and melty. All right, so our burgers are done cooking. We are just toasting our buns and melting the cheese on our burger, and we will be ready to assemble them. Don't skip this step, okay? If there's one thing you're gonna skip, don't make it this. Toast your freaking buns, man. Do it. All right, so we have our toasted bun. Now it's time to start assembling our burger. So we're gonna start with a layer of grilled onion and our toasted garlic. Then our burger patty with the melted cheese. Then some of our jalapeno bacon. Then on the top bun, we're actually gonna put just a little bit of this pepper bacon jam. Just a bit, because I don't want it to be too spicy with the jalapeno bacon as well. And then last but definitely not least, some hamburger pickles. And there is our beautiful burger, ready for eating. Next, we just need to add our side of Brussels sprouts. So I actually had some leftover bacon, so I chopped up some of that in here. And I'm just gonna mix it in with our Brussels sprouts. And there we go, our beautiful dish. Burger with homemade buns and some Brussels sprouts with bacon mixed in. Looks delicious. Anyway, if you liked the video, just like, subscribe, you know, do all that stuff. Go check out one of my other videos. And yeah, thanks for watching.